Hello and welcome back in this very awesome and special requested video. This is a crazy requested video by Mr. Mohammed Isa. So he requested a twin NISSAN RB28 engines in a V12. So basically to do that you need to take the original bore and stroke of the RB28, the original compression ratio, the idea of because the RB28 it came with a single turbocharger and it was called the RB28 DET, not DETT. No, it's DET only, which means a single turbocharger, and it was used in some kind of racing version of the Nissan Skyline GTR, and it was producing like 510 horsepower instead of the original 276 advertised horsepower. The whole idea of the RB28 was an overboard, overstroked version of the RB26, and yes, I asked from Mr. Mohammed Isa to provide me with the original specs, and he did provide me with the website with basically everything you need to know about the RB28 engine. And yes, basically this is like double the value in basically everything, double in the pistons, double in the capacity, double in the power, torque, but not quite everything. Like for example, the original engine, the original boost of the RB28 according to this website is 14 psi, and you'd be thinking that this engine is getting 28 psi of boost. Well, that's not really true, because I want to double the horsepower and the torque, and that's the main goal of this engine, to double the horsepower and the torque using the original compression ratio, the original capacity, and that wasn't an easy job actually. That was some kind of challenging, I'm gonna say, but I did it. And let's start with the spacing. Sorry, before we start with all of the specs, I would love to remind you guys, please, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, get subscribed, and share the video if you really want to share it. It's okay with me. And if you want to request an engine or a custom car, add my Snapchat. It's Lord BAS94, Lord Bass94, or you can visit my Patreon page. You can support the channel, you can request a video over there. Everything is welcome. All right, so let's start with the specs. Let's see, no, start here. It's a 60 degrees V-shaped engine, 12-cylinder aluminum block material as the RB28, 87mm on the bore, 77mm on the stroke, which equals 5493 cc engine, which is 5.5 liter engine. It should be more actually, it should be more than this, but I want to use the original bore and stroke, which is fine with me. Dual overhead camshaft, same as the original engine, 4 valves per cylinder, also the same. Aluminum head material, cylinder head material, also as the same. No VVL, that's good. And the internals material, actually the internals materials are basically the same as the RB28, which all of them made from forged steel, not lightweight forged, no, regular forged steel internals, forged steel crankshaft, forged steel connecting rods, and forged pistons as the original engine. Zero quality on the internals. We have 8.5:1 is the official compression ratio for the RB28 and the RB26 DETT engine. 94 on the cam profile, variable valve timing on all cams with +5 quality. The turbos are they are very simple actually. They are twin turbochargers with ball bearing internals, 1363 horsepower supporting intercooler with very custom turbochargers, 62mm on the compressor, 48.5mm on the turbine, maxed out air ratio with 22.4 psi of boost and +5 quality. We have multi-point fuel injection, like the real engine, individual throttle bodies or throttles per cylinder like the original engine. So we have 12 individual throttle bodies, and the original engine used to have 6 individual throttle bodies, and 6 plus 6 equal 12 as what we have here. Performance intake manifold, no need to use racing intake manifold because this is not a racing engine, it's a performance engine like the RB28 engine. Super 98 octane fuel is needed here. Yeah, and yes, we are pushing a lot of fuel in because 5.5 liter V12 engine is really difficult to produce 1000 horsepower out of it without pushing a lot of fuel in when you are using multi-point fuel injection. Multi-point fuel injection, yes, of course you can get 1000 horsepower and even more than 1000 horsepower in bigger engines, but in this configuration, in this 5.5 liter configuration, it's not easy to make 1000 horsepower engine with an efficient with efficient turbos and efficient fuel ratio. So I had to sacrifice with fuel efficiency so I can accommodate with good turbos, low end torque and high end power, and original power and torque figures, which they are doubled from the original to RB28 engine. Let's move on. We have maxed out ignition timing, 7500 is the RPM limit here. The original engine, according to the website, produced all of its power, and the RB28 peaked its power at 6800 RPM, but unfortunately I had to push the RPM a little bit more here to 7500 so I can get the double horsepower and torque from the real engine with +2 quality on the fuel system. We have short cast headers, dual exhaust pipes, 4-inch exhaust diameter or 102 millimeters. We have high flow 3-way catalytic converter, no first muffler, and we have dual straight through mufflers with bypass valves and +10 quality. So this is basically how the engine looks from the inside. As you can see, forged internals, twin turbos as you can see, and these are the headers, cylinder heads, these the camshafts as you can see, the inlet runners as you can see. Perfectly awesome. So let's fire it up and let's hear it and rev it hard and see what kind of power we have. So the final result is 1020 horsepower, doubled the horsepower from the original engine, and the torque as well, 796 pound-feet of torque, doubled from the previous engine or from the original engine. Reliability, very good. The engine is fairly lightweight because I mean, yes, it's made from aluminium and cylinder head and block, and we have forged internals, but it's still a heavy V12 engine, 274 kilograms. Well, of course, this is a one-time shot. This is not a mass-produced engine. This engine is not going into production, so engineering time, production units, I don't care about these two. Emissions are very good. We are using nearly all of the available octane. I mean, I can push it a lot harder than this with more power, more torque, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep it as it is right now, double the values from the original engine. Let's see, the engine is actually, it's quiet with a hint of sporty noise to it. It's very responsive, it's smooth, it's perfect. So let's fire it up. So the engine idles at 900 RPM and it's producing, or it's making 287 pound-feet of torque at idle. That's very good. beast. So what do you think about this engine? This is like a little quick video, but what do you think about it? Tell me what do you think about this engine in the comment section below. Do you think this engine worth of like engineering a V12 using all of the like the original bore and stroke of the RB28, the same compression ratio? Do you think it worth the shot? It's worth the shot and worth all of the time to be engineered and produced, or do you think it's a waste of time? I think it's a very good engine. It's very powerful. It's very torquey, but as a 5.5 liter V12 engine with 1,000 horsepower, I think it's very good. It's very powerful. It's very awesome, but it's consuming a lot of fuel, which will be like a problem if you can imagine this engine in a production car, or maybe in a hypercar. In a hypercar, well, no one cares, because when you can afford a hypercar, you can afford to fill it up every 5 seconds. But you get the point. I really like the engine. It's not bad. It's very good. But I want to hear, or not hear. I want to read. What do you think about this engine in the comment section below? So as I mentioned before, if you like the video, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video, and watch all my previous videos, because I promise you will enjoy them all, because I made more than 660 videos of automation game. So thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed Isa, for your request, and thank you so much, guys, for watching. Again, as I mentioned before, if you want to request a video, like if you want to request an engine or a custom car, please add my Snapchat, which is Lord Bas94 or Lord Bas94, or you can visit my Patreon page. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Just press the link. You can support the channel over there, or you can write a request for your engine, for your custom engine, or for your custom car, and I will be making it very soon. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you with more amazing videos like this one, and more cooler than this one very soon. And goodbye for now, my friends.